everybody, welcome back to the Full Disclosure Podcast. It's your host, Bri,
And an A.
and today we are mukbanging. We have our noodles.
Get into it.
Tap in. Anae's
Mm-hmm.
looks so much better than mine.
I'm a
She's the
chef.
chef, though. Let's keep it a rack. She is the chef.
Facts.
Mama. We drink for your birthday because we gotta talk about birthday plans.
Wait, stop, you're coming?
Anae,
Or I'll
whatever
come to
the fuck,
you? I don't
whatever the
care.
fuck you want to do for your birthday, we can go wherever.
Really?
Just tell me. I was like, let me tell her when I see her, and let's
Okay.
plan this shit out because I'm excited. When I
Stop,
tell
that makes
you,
me so happy.
and
Okay.
I've been
I feel
planning
better.
the fuck.
I feel better now. My mom was like, if Brianna comes, you're spoiled. I'm like,
Yes,
yeah,
and she is
I
the fuck.
am. So cheers
Okay,
to
I'm
birthdays,
gonna do
to
half of this because I'm gonna do half of
yeah.
it.
This is a lot for this. This is a lot. I'm gonna die.
Yay!
So cheers to birthdays, cheers to graduation, cheers to 1,000 followers, cheers to you passing all of your exams. Just cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Why are
cheers,
we
cheers.
literally just
We're
winning?
accomplishing everything. Oh my
Literally.
god.
Okay. Three, two, one.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Woo!
You would not have wanted to taste that just now.
But we have a lot to celebrate today. Special
Mm-hmm.
announcements. Her nail page made 1K followers. And we also have 10
Period.
followers on our page.
Me
So
too. Guys, we had our
I know it
first
sounds a lot,
real
but
viewer.
no, literally. Like,
Yeah.
shouts out to them and shouts out to us.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Period.
honestly, who knew?
We're getting famous and it's fine. But also shout out to Brianna for passing all of her exams and she's graduating soon, guys.
I'm so excited. Can't wait. Oh,
Yes.
and in the works, our first live studio session loading. Loading. So stay tuned.
Y'all, y'all are not ready.
No, literally.
I'm excited for that. I'm not ready.
I can't wait. I can't
Me
wait.
too.
Okay, so our conversation topics today, we're going to be talking about navigating adulthood and making friends in your 20s because it's rough out here.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
feel
real hard.
like being a veteran in my 20s.
Stop.
I've I've just seen what it looks like to make friends and kind of make friends and then lose friends, and I
Yes.
feel like that cycle is just it just never ends because sometimes you're moving from one place to the other, or now you graduated college and the people you once knew you don't really know anymore. It's just so many changes that happens in your 20s where it's just hard to keep friendships, I feel like.
I
uh,
agree.
mhm.
I mean, especially when you are done with college, like you move back to your hometown, you get a job, you're trying to focus. And I feel like a lot of times, I mean, it's hard to find a life work balance, I feel like. So
Mhm.
sometimes you stop talking to friends, you stop going out, you get stressed, this and that. So making friends in your 20s is very hard, especially after like the age of like 24, 25. Like it's
Mhm.
real bad.
No, literally. I can tell you. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like what happens is you default into like your work friends and like because that's where you are most of the time. So now all of a sudden like you have friends at work and those are your friends and those are the people you hang out. Or like in my case, in my grad program, like if I do go out or do anything, it's typically with the other nursing students and nothing outside of that. Like
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of what happens, unfortunately. Like it's hard to organically make friends when you're
that
older.
is
I don't
true.
understand that phenomenon.
Me neither. Because I feel like, I mean, even though I'm the young, ripe age of 22 years old, I think it's very hard to make friends. Because all I do is go to work, go to the gym and go home. Like, and I feel like it also, life takes a lot of energy out of us these days. And I never even have the energy to go out and to mingle and to just talk to people. So I feel like
Hmm.
that's the first problem is like the level of energy that we have to give to friendships. That's
True.
a very hard thing to deal with.
True.
Yes.
And I think part of it is also like people are, I maybe not so much in early 20s, but like
Mm-hmm.
later 20s, people are starting families, like people are really settling into that lifestyle. And so that kind of detaches people from their friendships. And I don't know, I feel like it's just a cycle that as you get older, in a weird way, it just gets worse. And whatever friends you make today are typically going to be the friends that you see later down. Like it's hard to make new friends versus recycling old friends when you're older, if that makes sense.
I agree. That does make sense. And I think even to bounce off of that, when you find those true, real friends, you really have to keep them. You have
See,
to keep them because, like Brianna
I got a
said,
nail like
as
this.
girl,
She can't
we're
leave me.
pinky toed up, we're
She
not letting
can't
go.
leave me.
Cannot because I think the older that we get, it's just harder to find people that have the same qualities as you. It's like most people when they get older are more set in their ways. There's
Hmm.
not much growth, I guess to say. So like when you meet people when they're older, that's just who they are. So if they're not for you, they're not for you. But I think when you meet people when you're younger, you guys can grow together. You see each other evolve, you see each other grow, and kind of go through all of the rough parts of life, which makes it easier. So I
Hmm.
think that's why, I mean, Brianna and I have been friends for 4 years, or a little over 4 years. Like,
When's our
she's,
anniversary?
I feel like it's October, because we met during Rush Week, or whatever they call it, Recruitment
Yeah,
Week.
yeah, yeah. And, yep.
Yeah.
You, would you count informational?
No, because you weren't in my informational.
Oh,
Yeah. You remember October 2019 is when we met.
okay. We'll go with
So,
October.
yeah, this year will be 5 years. So, we're really locked.
No, literally, that's crazy to think about. I didn't even know it was that
Isn't
long.
it? I thought about it the other day and I was like, wait, how long have I known Brianna? Like, I've literally known
That's
you
a
since
long time.
2019. That's a long ass time.
Damn.
We went through like all of college together.
And we've been traumatized together. So,
Oh, yeah.
speaking of, that'll be our live studio session. So, we'll get into
Oh,
that story
yeah.
at some point.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are going to be in for a big one for that. And I think that's
Hmm.
another thing. When you go through stuff with people, you're kind of more gravitated to just keep them in your life, especially if they're good for you. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
mean, other people went through that trauma with us, but that doesn't necessarily mean everyone gets brought to your higher life with you. But
Yeah.
the people that are meant to stay will stay. I feel like.
I feel like an important point with that, though, is the fact that it's beautiful when you are able to go through like hard times with a friend and to make it out the other side. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when the person is the cause of those hard times or the trauma or the difficulties, I personally feel like once you get out of that hard time that you disconnect yourself from that person because I feel like people always use that as like a badge of honor as we went through this and this and we were like in the back of a police car together because my friend was selling drugs and no, literally, it's like,
That's crazy
no,
because that's
like this is,
true.
but it's true because friends can bring you down, and it's like, well, they're loyal to me, they ride for me, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, well, they got you here in the first place. So are they really a good friend? Like, let's talk about it.
I'm gonna piggyback off that one real quick because I think even in the last episode we talked about relationships and how friendships get intertwined with relationships, and I think this kind of
Mhm.
goes back to that where I had two friends that like I was just so mentally low with because they were always negative and they were always like boy crazy and stuff. So like when their life is like that and you're always like around them and communicating with them, that's what your life is going to become. You know what I mean? And so I feel like I grew out of that. So, you know, people start to grow in different, it's like a tree. Like the branches grow in different directions. And so the trunk was the problem, but I grew out of those problems, and those people just stayed in those ways. So I think, I mean, I feel like I get guilt tripped a lot in terms of like my friends that I used to have because I feel bad. I'm like, you know, I've known them for so long, and they deserve this from me and this. But I think it doesn't matter how long you know someone. I feel like, is their friendship good for you? Do they bring positivity to your life? Do you enjoy talking to them? Do they give you anxiety? Are they uplifting you? Are they, you know, elevating your life? Like, I
Mhm.
feel like with the two friends that I had, there was nothing uplifting. Like, it was just like blah after a certain
Just there.
time.
But I was just going to add on to that. Like, I feel like that's one thing that people don't do enough, which is evaluate their, even if it's a long-term friendship, like evaluate your friendships, like monthly, weekly, yearly, however, like evaluate that friendship and really figure out, like, is this friendship bringing me value or is it taking away from my value? Like, is it bringing
Right.
me down? And I feel like that's what people don't do enough of because we get so accustomed to cycles of, well, I'm comfortable around this person, so I'll
Mm-hmm.
just keep them around, or this person just been around for so long and I already know them and we've already been through this, this, and this, so I'll keep them around. But at the end of the day, like if they're decreasing your value, like
Mm-hmm.
you're losing at the like you're losing. So I don't subscribe to that at all.
And that's why I want to be like you, bro.
What do you mean?
I'm not like that. Like, I
How?
can't, when I have friends, you know this, like, I'll try. And, like, still, I'm gonna tell you the story later, but with this one friend, I'm still trying. Like, I'm trying to be depth of me to where, like, it actually bothers me still so much, but not in a way where it's like, oh, I want and need them in my life, but it's just like, why do they want and need me so bad? You
Why do
know?
you feel
And
like you have to try so hard with that friendship?
because they just constantly reach out, and I feel like I'm an empathetic person, so like half the time I really don't care too much about other people,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like when I notice someone kind of needing someone, I feel like it's my duty to just do whatever I can to give that to them. But then I notice, okay, it drains me. I'm not engaged in the conversation. I don't really want to talk. Like, really and truly, I don't like texting. The only people I text are you and my friend Rachel, or like my mom and dad. And
Mm-hmm.
we don't even text every single day, which I'm happy with most times because I'm like, okay, I need to breathe. You're busy. I'm busy. And it's never a problem, you know? But I just can't text 25/8 just saying, hey, what are you doing? Or how are
That what
you?
this friend does? Be honest.
It's more so like, oh, how are you? And like just little conversation, which is fine. But it's like, I feel like I'm forcing myself, which I feel bad about
Mm.
because I'm gonna tell you more later. I can't spread too much right now.
Okay. I mean, for me, it just sounds like she is a little bit more of a high maintenance friend versus I feel like with us, we know we have shit going on. So I'm not
Yeah,
gonna pester you. You're not gonna pester me. Like we have
right,
shit going on. We're gonna send each other memes. We're gonna text each other, check in.
right,
But for the most part, like we know we're busy people. And we need
yes,
our like me time too. Like you need your you time. I need
right.
my time. And I feel like with friends that are high maintenance, because I have had friends that were high maintenance and I've lost them very quickly because I was not able to fulfill that. I was not able to fulfill that for them. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's something, I mean, it's important to identify that. Like, okay, I know
Mhm.
this is my high maintenance friend. And it's okay if you decide to keep on that relationship, but understand like that is a high maintenance friend. And
Mhm.
you might have to do more than maybe you want to do to maintain that
Right.
friendship.
That is true. Thank you, therapist.
Not me
You're
tapping into
so
my therapist
real,
bag. But I will
girl.
say though,
Mhm.
I feel like you are way better at making friends than I am. And so get into that. How is it that
That's
it's so
fair.
easy for you to make
But I
friends?
don't keep them. I make them very easily. I think, okay, so I think A, it's my job. The friend that I have now, Rachel, I met her because I do her nails.
Okay.
I didn't meet her like outside or anything. So my
Okay.
job, and then any other friend I have, I met on like Bumble BFF.
They have a BFF bump.
They have
You're
a BFF girl.
kidding.
It's not good though. Don't worry.
Really?
You're not missing. Maybe in Chicago it's better, but down here, I mean, all the girls that I've met on the app, they either just want me to do their nails or like they're just not consistent friends. Literally. Like this one girl, she just only wants me to do her nails. Like she does not want to hang out. And I don't really, it is what it is. It's fine. But I think it's hard for me to make friends because I'm also just, I'm not aggressive, but I'm very like straightforward. I'm very honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most people, most girls don't, especially most girls my age. Like I feel like your age, you want honest friends, but my age, since
Hmm.
I'm younger, I feel like
People want to be
they
Delulu.
want they want to be Delulu. They want people that will just tell them what they want, like go on little hookups and link ups and this. I don't do that. I'm more of like Brianna's age mentally. And that's why I don't have friends my age because we're just not
On the same
mentally on the
level.
same level. Yeah. Even
That's true.
like, I don't know what it is. Like, I talk to girls my age and I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I'm like,
it makes
are
no
you
sense.
okay?
Like, are you okay? But all of them are like
Yeah.
that. So it is normal. And I feel like I just grew up a little bit faster than most people. Not in a negative way or anything, but I think I just think very
Different.
differently. So yeah, I don't think I think it's a little easy for me to make friends, but I don't like it because it be
Mm.
giving me anxiety. I can't do it sometimes. I'm so
The
serious.
responsibility of the friendship.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, they want
Yeah.
to hang out every week. Like, they want to text all the time. I can't hang out
No,
every week. I can't.
literally.
I can't.
I got that same anxiety when we were like in Greek life because I felt like
Yeah.
we were pressured to like be out all the time. And I know
Mm-hmm.
this is not our Greek life conversation, but like just to
Mm-hmm.
tie it in, because like there was something every weekend, sometimes
Literally.
every Wednesday and the
Like a
weekend.
couple times a
Like,
week. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, we're students.
Right.
Like, first of all, give us a
And we would
second.
low key get in trouble if we didn't go, which was annoying.
Hello.
It's annoying. And
No,
it sucks
literally.
because that takes a lot out of your mental health, I feel like. And that's, I think, why we got very withdrawn from it.
Yeah.
But what would you say, like, for you, even being in a new city that you're in, like, is there anything easy or hard for you when it comes to, like, the girls in your area?
Um, hmm.
Or likes and
Easy or
dislikes about
hard?
the girls in your areas?
I don't know that many girls. I guess from the ones that I do know,
Mm-hmm.
city girls are very chaotic, which I like. Like that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the city life itself can be very difficult to figure out and navigate just because there's so much around and so much shit to do. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think I get overwhelmed just by the thought of being out and that many people being out at the same time as me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's more so that versus the actual people. The people are great.
True.
Um, but for me, like I just have issues putting myself out there because I know the responsibility that comes with it. And so in my head, I'm like, well, I'm content with the amount of friends I have now, which is literally an A. And I'm like, if I put myself out there and I get more friends, and I'm gonna have to hang out with all of these friends, which might be a selfish mindset. I don't know. It could be. But for me, it's like all a domino effect. And I'm like, do I want to start this domino effect? And nine
Right.
times out of 10, the answer is no. So, like, under the mindset or something like that, where
Uh-huh.
it's like, for me, I would rather have one good, solid friend versus like 10 halfway good,
Yeah.
halfway there, halfway in, halfway out friends. Like, that's me. And I like it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when it comes to just being in the city, the fact that there's more people here, more opportunity to meet people, it doesn't matter to me. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
maybe it
good.
should. Maybe it should. That's the thing. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm doing myself a disservice by
Mm-hmm.
not putting myself out there more. So I do have like that conflict in my mind where it's like maybe I should be putting myself out there and meeting new people.
Yeah,
'Cause whenever John's here, like he is mingle king. Like
I'm
he,
sure.
he teaches me, like he helps balance me in that way because I would not be doing all of that.
Right.
So like it's a good reminder, like networking and like people are important.
That's
Like I
true.
get that. But at the same time, it's just like you got to maintain those networks of people. And that's just
Yeah.
maybe I'm lazy. Am I not the revelation?
She's thinking, I mean, I think, to
Maybe.
be fair, I think you make a great point. I think not everybody is meant to mingle and make networking and make friends, but I also
Yeah.
think there's a difference between networking and friends. I think it's okay to have connections with people.
Is there?
I think so. Because I feel like, well, it depends the type of person that you're making the connection with. And I think that's
Mhm.
an important thing to notice is like if you're meeting someone in networking and you notice they're like, oh, we're gonna hang out here, here, and here. Maybe that's not a friend or networker that you want because they'll turn into a high maintenance networking connection.
Yeah.
But I feel like that doesn't mean they're gonna be your friend. It just means you'll have a connection. Like if you need something, you reach out to them. This, and that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. Like even to just beat yourself up about not making connections with people because I mean, I'm the same way. I feel like sometimes should I have more friends? Should
Right?
I do this and that? But then I realize,
There's
it's
not
not
much
for
out
me.
there.
It's there's not much out there. It's not for everyone. Everyone has a different social battery level.
That's so
And
true.
me, yeah, and I think like you said earlier, like I'm very content with the friend you that I have, and I don't think that I need 10 I mean I've done it before, before even during our friendship, like I've had friends and it clearly hasn't worked out. I know.
It's okay.
I've
Go on.
tried and clearly it doesn't work. So I think I'm at the point where I'm like I'd rather one amazing friend, two at most amazing friends,
Mhm.
keep the circle close, work, money, stay focused. That's what I want. Like,
Literally.
and I feel like that's just best for me. And then you have a fiance, like, you're getting your life. And I think it's okay to not have 10 friends, just like the 21-year-olds that have
Hmm.
10 friends. And even to bounce off of that as well, I know a lot of 30-year-olds and older that have a lot of friends,
A
and they don't
lot of
even like all
friends.
of them.
I feel like it's all about mindset, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
because I see it on both ends of the spectrum where it's like
Mm-hmm.
the younger side of it where it's the same mindset as the older,
Right.
where they're both kind of just stuck in that mindset and they never outgrow it. Like think of,
Right.
you know who, where it's
Yeah,
like
girl.
you're almost stuck in your like 18 to 21 phase and it just like carries on into your like
Mm-hmm.
30s, even 40s for some people. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, are you not done partying?
It
It's
doesn't
not that
work out for
partying's bad, but it's
everyone.
like, are you not, is there like nothing else for you to do? It
I feel like
confuses me.
I've noticed that a lot of times it's fishing for something that you're missing in your life.
Ooh.
And it's because you have to be comfortable with yourself. I think with this person that we both know mutually, they're not comfortable being alone. And I think that's why they crave having friends. They crave going out all the time. They crave adventure. And I think I used to be like that, where I was like, I need to just be around people, be going out because I just didn't like being alone. And girl, it takes a lot to get me out nowadays. Like, I love my
Literally.
bed. The only time I go out is if I'm going to visit Brianna or she's coming here, or if my friend Rachel wants to hang out. Like, that's really
Mhm.
it. I can't. And honestly, like, half the time, like, when you're older and you have a million friends, you don't like all your friends.
You
I've heard
don't.
so many stories of people that are like in their 30s, late 20s. They have like 10, 20 friends that they talk crap about half of them. They
They're all
don't like
talking
the
shit
other
about each
half.
other.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they don't like each other. And a lot of them are growing in different directions, but they're trying to keep that. And I
Yeah.
think it's unrealistic to have a bunch of friends as you get older. It's just unrealistic. Like, 9 times out of 10, once you're in your 50s, 60s, you're gonna have three friends, and that's fine.
It's
That's always how it goes. And I think it's you have to just get comfortable with that and
Yeah.
understand, hey, okay, this is what life is. You're not gonna have 10 friends the whole time. It's okay, you know?
I feel like people get desperate though too
Mm-hmm.
when they become so used to having so many people around them, they become desperate, and so
Mm-hmm.
now they're latching onto superficial friendships or like
Mm-hmm.
these one and done friendships. And nine times out of ten, it's not even to have a friend, it's just to have company. And I feel like that's what people kind of misconstrued. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, if you can't, like, is the way I know someone is your friend is like, do you only go with this person, or can you like actually have conversations with this person?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you actually sit down at home, not go out, not drink, and have a good time with this person? Like, I feel like a lot of people's friendships are based on what they can do together versus
Yeah.
just who they really are as people, which is tea.
That was facts right there.
And that is tea.
That was facts. Desperation is crazy. And what did I say last episode? I think it was like misery loves company or some
Hmm.
crap like that. It goes back to 10 people being friends. They hate each other, but they just want to be miserable with each other because they don't like being alone. And I'd rather just have 2 friends than have 10 that I don't like. And
Yeah.
that's where I was before, like, I ended up with 2 friends. Like, I did
I,
not like half my friends, dude. Like, half my friends I did not fuck with, and it just, I don't know. I think you have to pick your friends wisely and
Mhm.
get comfortable with yourself at this age, especially in your
Yeah.
20s. But there are tips when it comes to making friends in your 20s. What are some that you would give free?
Oh boy, not starting
Like,
with me.
top 3. You want me to start or you
So,
want to start? Okay.
well, I'll just say real quick, going back to like even it can be early 20s, late 20s, 30s, 40, it can be any age. But
Mm-hmm.
I would say stay away from friends that are just aesthetic friends, like people that are just there because, oh, you look good next to me and we look like it girls, we look like this, we give the illusion of this when
Mm-hmm.
y'all really aren't friends. Like y'all really can't, like you really can't go to this girl for nothing.
They'll
Like you
gossip about
cannot,
you.
like exactly. So I guess that would be my first tip is stay away from the aesthetic friends that use you for either your image or whatever it is. Do you want to give number two?
Number 2, I would say try to make friends that are similar to you. I know that a lot of people say, like, be around people that are different, but I've tried that and you just end up butting heads at the end. I think it's okay to know people that are different from
Yeah.
you, but I think having people that are like on the opposite spectrum, and I mean in terms of like morals, in terms of
Mhm.
goals, in terms of like, I'm not talking about, oh, where's this person from, how old are they,
Yeah.
what grade are they in, how their education. I'm just talking about like morals, who they are as a person, their hobbies, like
Mhm.
stuff like that. I think it's important. Sorry, excuse me. um, I'm screaming, sorry
We're
y'all.
just girls, no
Just
worries.
girls, I don't burp. That was Pebbles.
That was Pebbles. Pebbles, be quiet.
Eek. But I think making friends that are similar to you morals wise and just on a similar level, especially to where they want to elevate in life, like me and Brianna, we want to travel, we want to make money,
Sky's
we
the
want to be
limit.
happy, relationship with God, like happy life, just happy life, richness, internally, externally, everything. And I think not everybody wants that, and not everybody's on that level, so you can't really have people dragging you down, and you can't feel bad. Like, I be feeling bad for people that I can't be friends with because I'm like, girl, you just don't.
You're
I'm
looking
like,
out like this.
where's your racks, where's your money, where's your stacks,
Um,
where's the mindset? And it doesn't mean having money like physical, it's just like
right.
the mindset of like, work hard, get what you want,
Hmm.
get a job, get like all those things. And if someone's not like that to me, I feel like I can't get
Yeah.
along with them. So that was number 2. What's number 3, boo?
Number three kind of ties into number two because I think what you said was probably that probably should have been number one. Like that should be number one of what you look for, like period in a
Fair.
friendship. because going on to number three, I feel like you should have a friend that motivates you to be better, to do better, to want more, and not in a competitive way because there are friendships that get competitive,
Bitch,
and
that's
then
number one. That's
they
number one.
end,
Mm,
and
mm-mm.
now you're enemies. Like, no, it should never be on that type of competition energy. Like, I'm trying to be better than you. It should always be, let me help uplift you. You help uplift me. Like, let's do this together and let's get our bag.
That is
Like,
number one.
and I feel like
That's number one.
that happens more than people realize. Like, y'all low-key competing with some of y'all friends.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
When I
talk about
tell
it.
you the amount of friends I've had that have never congratulated me on a damn thing. Like, and I will congratulate my friends on any and everything.
That's
Brianna
how
can
you know,
get,
though. That's how you know.
that's true,
Mhm.
literally. Like, anything Brianna texts me, bitch, congratulations. I'm sending confetti.
I'm like, I woke up.
Like, yay! Like, girl, yay! Like, yay! Just yay! I don't know. I love seeing my friends win because, to me personally, I feel like when I win, she wins, and when she wins, I
No,
win.
literally.
Like, that's
I'm
just
like,
how
this
I
is our nail
feel.
shop and this is our
No,
nail page.
seriously.
We reached
Like,
1K.
girl, we just made $1,000. Like, we.
Literally, like we.
I. I don't know how friends don't feel that way. Like when I tell you, it makes me happy. Like when she graduates, I'm on that stage. I'm
She's
there.
in a cap and gown.
I literally got a degree. I'm 1 degree higher. Like, tell me why.
You're gonna post your
I
graduation
I
photos.
literally be like, hey guys, I graduated from DePaul University with my nursing degree. Let me do your
Master
IV right now.
right now. Actually, you'll be doing the
Like,
nails while I do the IV. Thank you.
dude, that's what I'm telling you. But that's what friendship should be.
But
And
it's
I
so
feel like that's the
true.
most amazing thing. Like, it makes me happy to talk about other people's accomplishments. And I think a lot of
Yes.
girls, specifically girls, because guys, they don't be on that. I'm sorry, they really don't.
They don't.
But guys also, they don't care. They don't
They
care about
don't.
anything. They don't care if their homeboy claps for them or not. But we care because I mean, we're
It's
girls.
motivational. Yeah.
It's. I just feel like that's how we should be for each other. We're already put down enough in the daily society, so
Low. Exactly.
yeah.
No. Jealous friends.
X
X. Next.
gone.
We don't do that.
Next. We don't do that at all.
Do we have a fourth tip or
Oh, I feel like there is something.
you got this?
Okay. Um. I feel
Yeah.
like I
Why,
feel
why
like
do I feel like you're about to say something problematic?
I just feel like you shouldn't make friends that are dumb. And I think this is a very deep question. Like this is a deep statement. And I think there's multiple levels to this. Okay, when I say dumb, I don't mean they have a mental disability that causes them to not learn well. I mean a friend that just they don't learn. They don't grow, they don't
Mm,
learn, they don't elevate. And this goes into all three, to be honest, because it's all about growing together. But
yeah.
friends that constantly do stuff that like makes them cry, hurts themselves, this and that, they're just going to bring you down. I cannot stand negativity. So like friends that are dumb and negativity, do not be friends with people
Mhm.
like that. If you want to, okay, if you want to be like me and Brianna, don't make friends that are negative and stupid in any way, shape, or form.
She said,
And don't be friends with pick me girls. Don't be friends with boy hungry girls. Don't be friends with broke girls. And I
"Oh,
don't
you
mean
have all
broke
the tips."
monetarily. Yeah, because like not monetarily, but like mentally broke, internally broke. Just they're not
Yes.
right in their spirit. Don't be friends with
Yeah.
evil girls.
Mm,
Don't be friends with people that are all talk and they
yeah.
don't be about their actions, you know? So
Yeah.
just really make a list, all in all, over these 4 tips, make a list and what you want in a friend, write it down, evaluate it, and go look for those people.
Heavy on the evil friends though.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you should you as much as we can vet our relationships and our men and the people that we're with, like you should also
Yeah.
vet your friendships and get to know the heart of the person that you're forming a friendship with. Because I feel like that's just as important. Because you can go to this person with your secrets too. Like
Oh
they can
yeah.
spread shit about you too. Like know the heart of the person that you're getting into. And if you
Yeah.
see them doing that shit with other people, that might be a signal, hey, I don't know.
That's facts. Okay, one last thing. Do not be friends with girls that will throw stuff in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, quick example, I told one of my old friends a little piece of information about me, and that information was thrown at me years later. Do not be friends with people like that because
That's
that will
terrible.
literally ruin a friendship. Like, in that moment, trust is gone, everything's gone. You can't be friends with
Mhm.
someone like that. So, warning signs.
We warned you.
We warned
At
you.
this point, it's in your hands.
Yeah, so if you're gonna be stupid, girl, it is what it
It's
is.
on you.
It's
Sorry.
on you, boo.
Learn
We can't save you.
learn your lesson the hard way, I guess.
Don't save me. She don't
You
want. You
know,
know the song by Sexy Red? Yeah.
that's sexy, right? You mean
Sorry.
J. Cole?
Well, yes, he also did that. But I was talking about Sexy Red.
The age difference is age differencing.
It's.
She said sexy red, y'all.
I'm screaming. Well, my hair is red, so I kind of thought of it.
Did you see her photos, her maternity photos?
They were
I
sickening.
died.
I don't know how she's a mother. I'm sorry. That
I
is
don't know
mental.
either. I'm like,
Sorry
and the
to those
baby was in the
kids.
crib right next to her. I was like,
She said legs wide open, cooch
she
out.
said, I'm not even gonna do it. This is her leg. She said,
I was dying. I was like, this isn't OnlyFans. What's going on?
I didn't want to look. I was like this.
No, I didn't even like the picture. That's the first time I have not liked your picture.
Okay, Anae,
I'm so.
that's
I'm
actually your
growing.
first.
I'm
You are
growing.
growing. Yeah, no, I'm like, not the
Mm-mm.
baby. He's gonna see these photos, or she. Was it a boy or girl?
I don't know, but the carbon footprint is real.
What does that mean?
Girl, you don't know what carbon footprint is?
Carbon footprint means something about climate change. Something about that. What does that
Digital
have to do with
footprint?
the photos?
I don't know. Something. It's about like whatever you post on the internet, it will always be there forever and ever and ever. Like it will never be
Oh,
deleted fully.
I've heard carbon footprint when it comes to like global warming.
Probably maybe digital footprint.
Digital
Something.
footprint. Girl.
I haven't been to school in 2 years, so I have
It's
an
you're
excuse.
still intelligente. So come
Muy,
on.
muy
Like,
inteligente.
the
Mm-hmm.
fuck. But those were our tips. Those were our suggestions. Take it from us. I think
Yes,
we're the gurus in friendship at this point. I
we
don't
are.
know.
We have zero friends except each other. So really and truly, you have to listen to us. We will tell you how to make friends and how to lose them.
We have nothing to lose.
Period.
Like,
We didn't lose a thing.
this is free advice. You're welcome.
Yeah. We're saving you from having friends that you will lose and going through the heartbreak.
No, literally.
So,
And those that relate, no. You know.
yes, and those that are listening that we're not friends with anymore, no.
Hmm? Hello. I'm
Hey!
glad you tuned in.
I'm glad you're watching. I hope you stay to the end. I hope you learned a lesson.
Not the messiness coming out at the end.
We love you.
But guys, thank you for joining us on this episode. Our next episode is going to be on Greek life and college life. We're going to touch on our.
No.
Oh,
Oh god,
what was that? Was
I
that
thought it was
dust?
a wasp. It was dust.
Oh.
I got so scared. Sorry,
Why didn't
guys.
make a video appearance? Like,
Girl.
what's our next
No,
one?
Greek life is in April. Silly Nilly.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us on this episode of Full Disclosure. Tune into our next episode where we're going to talk about our worst dating experiences.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of tea. Hopefully, y'all can learn from it. And we
Yes.
look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes, I'm
Toodles.
excited. We'll see you guys. This is always our thumbnail. Bye,
It was good.